So as a kid, I never really understood why Pot of Greed was so good. I mean, you saw in the ban list back then when I was there. I saw Raigeki, you saw Mirror Force, you saw Monster Reborn, and looking back, it's like, well, why is Pot of Greed so good? Compared to the other ones, it's not that strong. Because Raigeki destroys the whole entire board. You Monster Reborn brings back any monster you want, right? But with Pot of Greed, you only draw two cards, and it's like, well, that doesn't seem too great, but you have to realize with Pot of Greed, you can get two cards that you could draw into a pot of a Raigeki or even another Pot of Greed if you play three of them. And then you have to realize Pot of Greed essentially makes your deck from a 40 card deck to a 38 card deck. And not only that, with Yu-Gi-Oh, unlike most other card games where I know Pokemon game has like draws 7 cards, right? Pot of Greed is broken and it only gives you 2. But that's because with Pot of Greed or with Yu-Gi-Oh, everything is different in Yu-Gi-Oh. Just everything's full on different because you don't have to use any kind of like energies or mana or anything, any kind of resource. As long as you can use it, you can just use it. Any card, as long as you meet the requirements, you'd have any limits except for one. You have one normal summon, unless you use double summon, which you get two, and then as well as just like Pop Grease is probably one of the best generic cards to add to your deck. Like there are better ones, like let's say what I was talking about before was a card called Last Will. It's probably one of the best generic cards in the game, but Pot of Greed is so strong for that reason alone. It's just a nice card all around, and I don't think anyone would disagree that it's a strong card, and I don't think it would ever be unbanned. Like, that would be very, very hard to see it being banned, which is why we have so many pot cards, because Pot of Greed is so iconic and it's just so strong that I don't think it will ever come unbanned on the ban list. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, and goodbye.